I woke up, and something was in the corner. At first, I didn't even know what was wrong. It just feels like something is out of place. The room was the same as usual: a wardrobe, a chair with clothes, a nightlight, and a dark corner near the door. But in that corner now there was something. Silhouette. High. Immovable. Unnaturally black, even in the dark. I blinked sharply, and it got closer. I froze. The heart began to beat so loudly that it seemed that it was about to wake up the whole house. I looked at the same corner, trying not to blink. It's a dream, I thought. It's just a dream. But I felt the blanket. I felt the cold air. I heard the noise of the battery. It wasn't a dream. I looked at the figure. She didn't move. Good. I took a slow breath and blinked very carefully. And it got even closer. Now it was no longer in the corner. It was a few steps closer to my bed. I didn't see the face. There were no details. Just a dark shape, as if cut out of the night. But I felt like it was looking straight at me. And then I understood the rule. It only moves when I blink. I opened my eyes wide. Don't blink, I said to myself. The eyes began to burn after a few seconds. The tears fell by themselves. The figure did not move. Good. So it's true. I shouldn't blink. A minute passed. Maybe two. I didn't know. Time has been blurred. The eyes burned as if sand had been poured into them. The vision began to blur a little. The figure stood. Immovable. I was waiting. I tried to look a little to the side to reduce the tension. But even the slightest deviation of the gaze made me panic. What if I don't notice the movement? I didn't know what would happen when it would fit. But I knew for sure, nothing good. Something cracked in the corridor. I shuddered. And blinked. It was already next to my bed. So close that I felt cold. Not just the cold of the air, as if its very presence pulled the heat out of the room. I choked. Now I've seen more. His hands were unnaturally long. Fingers are thin, elongated like branches. The head is tilted slightly to the side. It's like it's studying me. I couldn't blink anymore. That was the end. One more time and it will touch me. I lay looking straight at him. My eyes didn't just hurt, they were burning. Tears flowed down the temples into the pillow. I didn't even wipe them. I was afraid. And then the worst happened. Light. My phone lit up on the bedside table. The screen flashed. And reflexively, I blinked. When I opened my eyes, it was already right next to my face. I didn't scream. I couldn't even breathe. I saw him completely now. Worst of all, he had a face. But it was mine. Exact copy. The same eyes. The same nose. The same shape of the lips. But something was wrong. It smiled. Too wide. Too unnatural. I didn't blink. I couldn't. I had no right. And then it whispered. No sound. Right in my head. You've already lost. I didn't understand. I'm still looking at him. I haven't blinked yet. And then, it blinked. I'm accursed. It's impossible. It moves when I blink. And not the other way around. At that moment, I felt something change. My body stopped obeying. I couldn't move. I couldn't even change my look. I watched, but I couldn't control myself anymore. And then I understood. It's not me looking at him anymore. It's looking at me. I felt my body lying in bed, but I wasn't in it anymore. I was standing in the corner. The darkness was thick. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't even blink. And I watched. On yourself. My body in bed slowly rose. The movements were a little torn. Unnatural. Like a doll. It's already in my body. And blinked. And I took a step forward. I didn't want to. I tried to stop. But I couldn't. Now the rule has changed. It moves when you blink. And you blink. Sooner or later. And when that happens, I will become closer. The end.